So you think that Kevin Durant's better than LeBron right now, huh?
I do. I believe so. Not statistically. Statistically, LeBron James is the king, and he is the man, gratefully so. But when it comes down to skill and everything that Kevin Durant brings to the game, being 7 foot, being able to take over the game the way he does, man, there's no one that can match him.
So if you were starting a team right now as a general manager and you had to pick out of everybody, you would take Durant #1 over LeBron?
I would. I definitely would.
And that's interesting because Kevin Durant wasn't on this Warriors team last year, and they won 73 games. And so if you took Kevin Durant off of the Warriors, I feel like they could still win the title. If you took LeBron off of the Cavaliers, they wouldn't be very good. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like it's interesting to say that KD's better than LeBron, because if you took them off their teams, wouldn't we have the Warriors way better than the Cavs?
Absolutely, because there's Steph Curry still, and there's still Kyrie Irving as well. But the dynamic of the Warriors team is all about how they play. It's not about who they have. It's about how their culture of how they play. And Kevin Durant fits that culture because he's always been that unselfish player. And I feel like his skill set surpasses LeBron's at certain points of the game. LeBron has everything. He does everything very, very well. But Kevin Durant he does everything well as well, but he's just a better shooter. He's a better creator, one-on-one player.
Interesting. Do you think when all is said and done, we will consider Kevin Durant the greater player overall? Because we're talking about LeBron versus Michael. Do you think one day down the road, 20 years from now, we're saying Kevin Durant was the better player than LeBron?
I think it could be up in the discussion, but just because LeBron, his pedigree from the moment he stepped on the court, moments before he stepped on the court, and then everything he's done up until this point, it's hard to not say LeBron's not top 2, top 3, top 4, and the greatest ever. But Durant, just because of his size and the years he spent without championships, there's always going to be a debate until he gets 2 or 3 or 4 more.
You've talked about how Michael Jordan was a huge influence on you growing up and playing basketball. Do you think there is a point in time where LeBron could catch Michael to be the greatest of all time?
Well, LeBron will first have to surpass Kobe Bryant to even consider that. And that's a far-fetched idea because I consider Kobe Bryant the greatest. I consider Kobe Bryant the guy to surpass Michael Jordan. But that's my opinion. I know a lot of people don't agree with my opinion, but Kobe Bryant is just one of the guys that I think is the best to ever do it. And LeBron has a long way to go to surpass either Michael or Kobe.
Wow, Rashad McCants joining us here on the show. Okay, this is interesting. So why do you think that Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan?
Well, just because he was the student, and the student surpassed the master by taking all of his moves and all of his magic and was able to elevate the game to another level in a different era, in a different generation where there was more talent, there was more offensive firepower, more defensive firepower, and a lot of guys didn't win championships because of Kobe Bryant. He was able to win without Shaquille O'Neal. Michael Jordan never won without Scottie Pippen. So the debate is in when it talks about the greatest, when I'm just talking about skills, not necessarily stats, but just skill level.